Film festivals, security conferences, Germans sliding immaculately along icy tubes. This fortnight has been a delirious concatenation of gala events, each one more problematic than the last. But then there's also been the usual background noise of terrible things happening in the world, so thank God for the Megacans. Germans betraying the people of Afghanistan all over again, and the Berlin government pouring the corrosive acid of austerity onto the soul of the city. Well done, everybody. Top marks.
In Berlin's heart, where news is unveiled, Megan and Conrad with German tales. The German news, it's tough to bear, but with Megacans, they're ready to repair. Conrad, daily news at hand. Megan feels to spare, time to crack those cans. With each sip she takes, the Meg is her shield. But will it last the news? 'Cause that was the deal.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Megan's Megacan. Thanks for your patience. I feel like it's been a while, but we're back, and I'm here in Berlin with Konrad Werner. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Well, we're back. It's just the two of us for the first time for a while, so that's what makes it feel even more
Yes, I think so.
like a new thing. How are you?
I'm good. As you know, I turned 40. That's another reason that we have...
Happy birthday.
Because we couldn't do an episode on Friday as usual because we had to go and get rat arse for my birthday. Actually, it wasn't actually that uncivil. Well,
No.
I mean, yeah, but it was good.
But
I had a lovely time.
Considering what our listeners are used to, they probably thought, well, why didn't you just record the podcast anyway?
That's true. Wouldn't have. Why not?
But no, we decided to delay it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably better for it.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not.
Did you see anything at the Berlinale?
Yeah, let's have some alcohol.
Oh, sorry,
I think,
yes.
because that's the only thing. I was looking at the list of like things to discuss. I was like, I can't, and then I was like, it's all right. You can have a can.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Good. Oh, lovely.
I'm going with a classic.
Classic.
Jack Daniels and ginger. Your favourite. Up in my probably top 3.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, there's been a lot on in terms of like viewing things. I feel like the Berlinale, which is of course, everything has to fucking come with a caveat these days, not without its controversies. Wim Wenders, who was the director, whatever he was,
President
saying
of
that,
the jury.
you know, we can't have films. Everyone was getting, and some woman that was, maybe she was the director, wrote a whole long screed about like, because basically people were like, why don't you say anything about Gaza?
Yeah.
And then everyone has to tie themselves, and it was actually Thilo Young, I think, gave them started a really...
Because he's normally a politics journalist.
Yeah.
And he's got this other podcast too. And he was in the big press conference, and he sort of said, well, why don't you ever talk about Gaza? Because historically, actually, the Berlinale has been very political.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of the award winners are like Iranian films, a lot of Iranian films and stuff like that. In fact, I believe the winner this year was also a pretty political film, but not political about Gaza.
Yeah, but I think it's anyway. So then everyone kind of on the board was like, "Oh, well, film doesn't always have to be political, and you're asking people to comment anyway." But it's just they just can't talk about them, at least. All that being said, I feel like I don't know. I had a nice time at the Berlinale. And I do think, like, I wasn't at them, but there was definitely some events which were making much more of a statement. And of course, you get a mixed reaction from the audience, but it wasn't like there was nothing there and nothing happened. Like, no representation of people kind of speaking up a bit for Palestine or sort of some Palestinian films in there. But yeah.
There were some Palestinian films on, and there was also a parallel festival called the Berlinale, I believe.
Which for shame, I didn't see anything at, but I will.
Okay. So the Golden Bear winner, if you're interested, is a film called Yellow Letters from Turkey. and it was about a married couple who get oppressed by the Turkish government.
Oh.
Thanks.
I never see any competition films because you have to be too quick on the button.
And also if they're any good, they're going to be in the cinema anyway. I think the fun of the Berlinale is going to see all the random documentaries and stuff that you're never going to see anywhere else.
I saw
yeah.
I started with like two Soviet films on 2 consecutive days, both of which were really good.
Okay.
One was particularly strange.
What, Soviet as in old? As in old
Yeah,
Soviet
so it was
times?
part of the retrospective, which was like all 90s stuff.
Right.
And I saw another amazing documentary just on the Sunday called Wildwood, New Jersey, which is basically 1994, I think, an all-women film crew go to this kind of famous coastal, like, little boardwalk town, which a lot of like working class people go to for their holidays, and they just interview women and girls for like an hour, and it's actually all on YouTube, and you should go and see it, and I can highly recommend it. It was class. And the other one I had 4 for 4 great films that I really enjoyed. The other one was Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which will be coming to cinemas, and I fucking loved it. It was like big Hollywood craziness.
Oh, okay.
Directed by the director of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Which made complete sense because there will be more sequels, and this one holds itself together like the first Pirates of the Caribbean. Just.
Wow, that doesn't sound like a Berlinale type.
No,
film.
but it was great. I loved it. A whole like anti-AI visceration. It was class, but like really fun.
I only saw 3 films.
I win.
And they were quite average. They were okay. They weren't bad, but the occasion was fun. One was was called The Ballad of Judas Priest, and it was just a documentary about Judas Priest. And it was a very sort of run-of-the-mill type documentary like you see on Netflix. But it was the world premiere, and the lead singer of that band was there, and so was someone from Rage Against the Machine. And it was in the big Uber Eats music hall, which is a huge kind of music venue. So it kind of really fit with the film and there were loads of heavy metal fans in the audience. So there was like a real atmosphere. Yeah. And it was really fun. And then the Q&A was really fun. And I like that kind of thing, even though I never listened to heavy metal or Judas Priest and have no interest in that kind of music. But
this is kind of the fun thing about like
I thought it was really fun. It was a really great occasion, and I thought it was really interesting. The story was kind of interesting because they all come from Birmingham, and they were really obviously really poor working class area and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was really fascinating. And then another film I saw was about the Sami people in northern Norway. It was a feature film about the Sami people, filmed by the Sami people. It was quite good.
Yeah, you do get like a lot of cool stuff, and if we could just maybe be a bit more normal when it comes to talking about Middle East, then things would be cool. Also, what I had to do on Sunday, right? So it was the end of my birthday weekend, fine. End of Berlinale, sad. End of the Winter Olympics. I also, again, not without its problems, I understand this, and it's the fucking Winter Olympics, so it is, it's a lot. We're talking about access to sport and elitism and everything. That being said, fucking hell, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and also the other negative thing was
don't mention the fucking climate. Don't you dare.
Well, they just like they destroyed half of a mountain to put it on, didn't they?
No.
They had to like kill loads of trees to build the bobsled thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We won't go into that. So yeah, the Olympics were really fun, and as we're a Germany podcast, I just
don't know what we're supposed to have left to like get us through. So it's good. I'm sorry. I need to cling on to like fucking sport.
No, there was I know it was very heartwarming. There were some brilliant stories, and I love the Olympics too.
So much scandal as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I could go on for ages.
Okay.
I won't. But Germany
finished 5th in the medal table.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good going. Got 8 gold medals, especially in the slidey events, and lots of medals in the sliding. Bobsled, skeleton luge, lots of medals in those things.
And what I heard was, how does everyone get good at sliding down a slope on a tea tray?
Yeah.
Apparently it is entirely to do whether you in your country have a track or not, and that's it. If you've got a track in your country, then you will be good at it. And the Team GB, which is another whole fucking political nightmare, which I don't even get into. They are quite good at they got the gold medal in the skeleton.
Yeah.
But that is because they have part of a track. So you can practice a little bit like the luge and the skeleton, but not necessarily the bobsleigh. Still not very good at the bobsleigh.
Oh, really? So what?
I'm realizing
track
I
isn't
thought
long
I'd
enough?
read this, but I'm entirely repeating something that someone has said to me
Well,
when we were discussing Winter Olympics, which I think was quite late on my birthday. So feel free to fact check all of this. I've no idea.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they were very good at it, and they got all the gold medals in the bobsled.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many different things to do in bobsled. There's
Every time I went to the
two-man-
bobsled. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 man, 4 man, 2 woman, 1 man. There's loads of different ways. Loads of different ways to slide
Lots of
down.
configurations
Of
of getting a go-kart down a fucking death track.
Yeah. So, and Germany did very well. But
I do think that particularly the luge and things like that is one of those things where it would be good to see someone who's okay at it but not very good. You couldn't send a beginner down because obviously they'd just like die.
yeah,
Because I think it looks so easy when they do it, and we all get, part of the Winter Olympics fun is like you get to become an expert and you're like, oh god, just lost half a second on that. That's you can't expect a podium with that shit. But if you saw like just the next best like amateurs going down, they'd be like fucking ricocheting off everything, spinning around, falling out. Yeah, I loved some of the events on the slopes. I don't know if anyone, I think it's relatively new, it's called mountaineering. It looks like something a hungover ski instructor has come up with.
It's called ski-mo.
I don't know what it's called,
Ski
but they put
mountaineering.
they ski down a bit, but then they just have to like go up the stairs and then come back down again, and they just keep doing that for ages. And they've got these like skins that go on their skis, or these rubber things which they then like flip off and just stuff in a little pouch on their tummy.
Yeah, and there's all the rules about if they don't get the skins into the pouch properly, they get points deducted.
Someone came up with that
You
because
can't-
they couldn't bear to take a school group
Your skin-
up the slopes because they were so hungover. So like, right, kids,
Yeah.
just stay where I can see you. Go up the steps, and then ski down. That's it. No, right. Oh God, I can't have you all at one time. Make it a relay. It's a relay. Off you go.
yeah.
The shooting is good with the skiing.
This biathlon, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I
bit
heard-
random, isn't it? It's like why those two things?
Well, I heard that the challenge is because it's so awful. Like cross country skiing to me looks, other than like the Tour de France, terrible. So much effort for so little reward. But apparently their heart rate gets so raised by the cross country skiing, and then the challenge is when they're shooting, they have to try and drop their heart rate.
Yeah.
And they shoot in between heartbeats.
Oh, so what are they? Are you supposed to be aware of your heartbeat?
Apparently so.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I knew that they had to breathe in a certain way. I knew
Well,
that they
that's
had to like relax.
maybe why. I don't know.
They have to like.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
We better
fascinating.
get on, because otherwise we're
Get on with
drunk.
the news. Good. So.
Munich Security Conference, that also happened.
Yes, that was another thing
I
you
have
could
no idea.
You could have watched if you were interested. I went to it years and years ago.
What I'm imagining is just, which I also haven't been to the Grüne Woche or one of these big like Messe, like big fairs.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like a Grüne Woche, but for guns.
Well, and
then-
diplomats. It's a diplomat's
Yeah,
Grüne Woche.
it is.
No, what it is, it's basically a massive old hotel. It's like it's the Munich's equivalent of the Adlon Hotel. It's called the Bayerischer Hof. And so everything happens in these little rooms.
Oh yeah,
It's not like a conference center. It's all these little back rooms, and it's quite an old, fancy hotel. So so it has a very old-fashioned feel to it, and everyone is there. All these world leaders are there, and Nobel Prize winners, NGOs, all these kind of people with like a stake in the geopolitical situation. Everyone's really important.
and they're all literally doing backroom
Yeah, they are.
deals.
They're doing like they're having little chat. They're all trying to meet each other. They're all trying to chat, and talk about.
I know
things.
because a lot of people put in weeks of work if you're working at the embassy to try and like get people scheduled, and it's a nightmare. And then these clowns, no doubt, go into this hotel and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna go talk to Bill for a while," and you've got like some poor aide who's like, "No."
Yeah, and there's like different various people go there, and they're all very.
So, but is there guns? Is it not?
It's not a trade fair. I mean, there are probably arms manufacturers there, but it's not. That's not the point of it.
Okay.
The point of it is a security, is a world security.
I just
conference.
thought security was like code.
Yeah, but it's run by these old German diplomats. They're all they're like former ambassadors. There's this one guy, the one guy who did it for years, called Wolfgang Ischinger, and he was the head of it for years and years. And he used to be the ambassador to the United States.
But
then he's just he's kind of like how you'd imagine old ambassadors to be. He's like totally schmoozing with everyone, like he's just like really charming, really good at talking to people, going like, well, we need to build a global rules-based order. And it's kind of an important place, but as I said,
but is it like officially with anything, or is it just this? So kind of like whatever Davos is. Like people just come together to schmoozle.
Yeah, and they make speeches to each other.
Yeah. Rubio, they sent Rubio, not Vance. This was also made famous, the Munich Security Conference, by Vance absolutely fucking eviscerating Europe for.
Yeah, he's telling them that you got too many immigrants and you should let the AFD in.
Yeah,
basically.
go fuck yourself, Vance. Seriously, you little shite. But I think Rubio was less rude to us, maybe.
He was less rude, but he basically said the same thing.
Yeah.
He was just
he can fuck off
slightly
as well.
nice way. And that's that.
That's that.
Any other
that's
news?
all the things that we wanted to talk about that were happening, but now we need to talk about other things we don't want to talk about. What's been happening, like, actually?
Right, so I don't know what's been happening, but I did a couple of stories. I did one story about the Taliban are retaking over the consulates in Germany, the consulates and embassies in Germany, which is an interesting development. And so you might remember that the Taliban took over Afghanistan again in 2021, and it was kind of a big deal because NATO had been fighting a war against them for 2 decades, and still the only country.
Another glorious, gloriously successful foreign intervention.
Yeah,
well done, team.
So and then no country has officially recognized the Taliban regime as the legitimate Afghan government except one. Have a guess which one country that might have been in the whole world. Think. What other evil country is there?
Oh God!
That might do this.
Is it North Korea, like the really bad one? Iran?
No, none of those.
None of those.
Neither of those. No, it's Russia.
Oh, I was gonna be your next guess.
So Russia's the only country, but Germany, as you might know, is very keen to deport more people back to Afghanistan and to Syria and to anywhere.
This story.
And
it's so gross.
Last year, by the way, Taliban is also considered a terrorist organization by the United States, but not the EU, interestingly. And various other countries also consider the Taliban as a terrorist organization. Nevertheless, last year, the German Interior Ministry traveled to Afghanistan, sent a few officials there to discuss the practicalities of a deportation deal. And since December, Germany has started deporting people back to Afghanistan. Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt confirmed this, and very proudly in December, and it's effectively a de facto recognition of the Taliban officials as legitimate representatives of the Afghan government, even though it's very kind of informal in a way. And what has started to happen now is that the Taliban has started to send their own officials to take over the consulates. There are 2 consulates in Germany and an embassy. The consulates are in Munich and Bonn, and the embassy is in Berlin. And this means that a lot of the Afghan people living in Germany, many of them are refugees and people who fled because they were being persecuted by the Taliban, now to get their passports, they have to go back to those. We've had this story before when it came to Syria, but they have to go back to these consulates, and many of them are like scared to do so, and the German government basically doesn't care.
No.
The German government has changed the rules because they really want to get as many people out as possible. So they've changed the rules and said you have to have, if you want to apply for asylum, or if you want to apply, for a visa in Germany, you have to have an Afghan passport or an Afghan ID card. And that means you've got to apply. If you're in Germany, they've got to apply here. And and that was not the case in 2021. In 2021, they made an exception. There was there's a thing called a grey passport, which is for stateless people. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so this is kind of like this is if applying for a passport from your home country is deemed like too difficult or not fair in some way, you can get a grey passport. Or if you're stateless, if you don't belong to any particular country, you can get this grey passport. And that applied to Afghan people in 2021, but they quietly got rid of that rule now, which means that all these people, when they want to apply for asylum, even though they've been persecuted by this regime that has been considered a terrible regime, which is murdering people and not educating women and everything, they've kind of made this deal. And in fact, this applied specifically to the acting consul general of Afghanistan. He was working in Bonn. He's called Hamid Kabiri. He resigned in protest when the Taliban started sending their officials to staff his consulate.
Oh God!
And he resigned. He said, I told them I can't work with terrorists. That's why I resigned from my job. And he stayed in Germany to apply for asylum because he said, if I go back home, I could be tortured. I could be, imprisoned and everything. And now he's got an asylum application going, but he can't get an Afghan ID card because he would have to go back to the consulate where he used to work. And the other thing is, accused
the very dangerous terrorists in that building of being terrorists, and therefore he's in danger.
Not only that, he would have to provide information about his family, about where he comes from in Afghanistan, and that would be useful to the Taliban because they could use that as leverage, because they could then arrest his family in back home. So
Germany has just effectively
just abandoned these people.
Not only abandoned, and there are some stories of people desperately trying to get out, because Germany's been, and not just Germany, but all the NATO powers, these stories of trying to get their people out, people that had worked with them and are therefore not just we in the West have a debt to them for services they've provided to but also they're in danger because they've collaborated with whatever.
Yeah.
And the last I heard as well, Germany was offering these people who have served, been employed by German agencies, German government or whatever, or have worked very, very closely with them, and they were allowed to come here. And then they were just offered instead of having a right to stay in Germany, would you not just take this money to go home? And they were like, what are you fucking it's so insulting and so dehumanizing, and I just, oh my God, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's really horrible. I mean, it's just horrible, and it just feels like, because we sold these people a lie, we said we were going to help your country become democratic and modernize your country, and they believed it, and now we just sold these people.
Now you're too much trouble.
Yeah,
you've lost whatever strategic use you had, or fuck.
So that's really bad.
Oh, that's just grim. And it's just,
and there's also these consulates have all this data, and the other thing is that other European countries haven't done what Germany's doing, because the German foreign ministry apparently has to accredit the officials that get sent over as diplomatic staff, and other European countries have refused to accredit Taliban's officials, whereas Germany has. Apparently, Germany's being a bit is doing a lot more in that direction because they want to deport more people as quickly as possible. Yeah. Yeah. And people are, it's...
That's really horrible. And it's the whole like element of the covering this just inhumane abandonment with like, oh, but it's a bureaucratic issue. And I'm like, we've done this. This is how it starts. You essentially take people who are within your country, your responsibility, and you just shunt it off by saying, oh, well, you don't have the right papers. And there's no means, in good faith, like, that there's no means of them getting those papers. So you've just handed them over without saying, I mean, at least be honest with it and just say, nah, fuck it. You're all done. Away you go back. We wash our hands of you. We lied. But no. It's, oh no, you can get asylum, but you're going to have to go and ask the fucking Taliban for a new passport.
Yeah.
Oh, and why do you need the new passport? Oh, to get asylum because you're fleeing from the Taliban because you're on their list. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
It's really
And we can go and piss about and like make speeches, and Friedrich Merz can be like, the voice of reason and the old world order. Like, fuck you. And this Dobrindt cunt who I knew I was going to hate.
Yeah, he was useless anyway. He was in one of Merkel's cabinets as the transport minister.
Oh, has he been here before? I don't know. He's come in after. Yeah. Is it pre-Meghan's Megacans?
No.
I don't know who he is.
No, we've been going a long time now.
Oh God, I should really know these things.
Merkel times. We're already 3 chancellors old.
Oh God.
Do you know how many podcasts
I think though, to be fair, we've come in at a turbulent time.
Yeah.
In German politics.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Do you think how many chancellors do you think we'll get through?
All of them
before we finish.
All of them, because eventually the Bundesrepublik Deutschland will fall, and we're back to the Reich.
And we'll still be recording.
We'll still be going, but not maybe from within Germany. Oh God, no, it's all fine. That's fucking shit though.
That is shit. Yeah.
Oh my God. Ugh. Okay. What else?
It's also not a happy story, but budget cuts.
Oh no.
We kind of started with the happy stories this time with the Olympics, so now we have to do the So Berlin is having to cut all its culture budgets and everything. We talked about that before, didn't we? It's also cutting its budgets for all its world famous universities.
Oh, that sounds good.
There are quite a lot of world famous universities in this city. There's the Humboldt. There's the Free University in West Berlin.
Yep.
There's the Technical University. And there's the smaller one called the UDK, the Universität der Künste.
Yeah.
And it's the Specialist Arts University.
It's very cool.
How do you know about that?
You can go, and I always mean to do it every year because I did it one year. So, and this is a lot of art schools. I've done it in Glasgow as well, the Glasgow University School of Art. And every year they do their big final show, and the UDK, because it's Berlin, like they open all the doors and you can go into all the rooms and see all the final year art students stuff, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they used to, I don't know if they still do it like this was years ago, but they have like DJs and like little bars set up everywhere so you can just like go and party.
Oh wow.
It's really cool.
And what kind of shows do you see?
Well, it's like their exhibitions, so whatever they're doing. So some of it is installation, some of it is fine art, some of it is textiles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That sounds great. Is that one in Hardenbergstrasse? Is it that one near the zoo, or where do you go?
Yeah, okay. I think so. This is literally, I think, about 10 years. So maybe.
So it's one of the biggest arts universities in the world, 4,000 students, and it had a budget of 100 million a year, and now it's got to cut 8 million out of that. And obviously that means that quite a lot of classes are going to be cut, much to the annoyance. And one of the classes that is going to be cut is the Sound Studies and Sonic Arts Masters Program.
Oh.
Which is sound installation type art.
It's like the most Berlin
thing. I mean, I didn't even realize because I'm kind of sheltered. But Berlin has a very... Well, I mean, there's... I know about techno. I've heard of techno. And that is the thing. And that's very much to do with this too. But not only that, it's also the home of sound art. And there's a festival called the CTM Festival. Yeah. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Never beaten, but I've heard to it. I'm like cool adjacent, Conrad.
You're very cool, aren't you? Yeah.
I'll have heard things. I may have been to something 10 years ago that may or may not still happen.
So the CTM Festival happens yearly. Been going since 1999. And it's basically the most famous sound installation artists in the world come here and show something. And the UDK had its own sound installation, sound art program, and that is being scrapped thanks to these cuts.
Yeah.
And it's a big shame because it was a very international program. It was taught in English because they had basically people from all over the world coming, students from all over the world taking part in it. Yeah, I spoke to a couple of the professors and they were talking about how this is a big...
so sad.
It is sad because they're possibly going to be made redundant in the next few years as it's wound down. And they were saying that this course was like part of the ecosystem of the Berlin sound arts scene.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of economically very a stupid thing to do. I mean, you've saved 8 million euros or whatever for cutting these things, but these students coming from all over the world, they bring money to the city and they bring money to the state. You know, they end up staying here, they pay taxes, and there's actually I mentioned this on a previous pod, but there was a study last year that came out of the German Economic Institute in Cologne, said that the 79,000 international students in Germany in 2022 made a long-term net benefit of 15.5 billion euros. So they kind of generate, that's in like economic benefit, and no, that's actually from paying taxes and national insurance over the years.
Yeah.
And it's a really good. And have you heard of Ableton?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow, you're really up on this. You're right.
No,
I know
what are Ableton? They do some. Do they do like music?
It's a software company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a music software company, sound technology company, founded in Berlin. And one of the founders is a former professor of this very course.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's a good thing. And there've been protests for the whole last year. Lots of students, academics going out, not only with this program, but the whole university system in Germany and Berlin. And just wanted to say that because it's like something that is what Berlin can be very proud of. And Berlin, it's actually something that brings money to Berlin. It's like not like Berlin makes money doing much else.
No, this is the thing. I was talking to... we were having a discussion about Olympics and how Berlin is bidding for, I think, 2036. Can you believe?
Oh, yeah. Is it? Well, the summer, probably summer, yeah.
The summer ones.
You can't do skiing.
I mean, we've no snow, but we also, the hills would be the problem.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the city, apparently the tourist numbers are, again, this is a completely anecdotal conversation, but they're like, how do we make Berlin attractive and how do we do this? And everyone, you know, and we were talking about like how the club scene is maybe declining, like Berlin clubs would have been ranking really high up in the top clubs of the world or whatever, and now not. And I'm like, but like you can't make what you're gonna make it like a finance hub? No, we don't have any industry. We don't, like, fucking Tesla, fuck you. Like, we can't. We know what people are still like attracted to Berlin for, so maybe let's not let that die out.
Yeah.
And it's not just that it's like a big party town like maybe Hamburg or, you know, one of these other places. It's Berghain somehow managed to get like cultural status because enough people were going there like as this real mecca for culture and techno and also like queer history and that whole legacy, and people do kind of understand that in Berlin, and these courses and these things are so much a part of that. It's very short-sighted, and I think we need to lean more into, but you know, on the flip side, maybe if we do kind of experience a bit less of a boom and a bit more economic decline, then these things swing back, you know, and we go back to being able to, I don't know, live in squats and make sound installations, and then they'll be like, hey, 10 years they'll be like, we should run a course on that'll get loads of international students over, and it'll all keep
and the world keeps turning.
I don't know, but it's just, yeah, like we're really in school, I mean all schools are feeling the cuts.
Yeah.
To like quite a significant...
I mean, it's obviously not just the universities that are being cut. I believe the education budget is that also being cut in Berlin.
Yeah, and it's poof.
I mean, the culture budget is being massively cut. Like all the little theatres that were getting a little bit of money, a few thousand a year from the state, that's all being cut, I think.
And this is the thing, like Germany still is, to my mind, like there are places that run that I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And I think it's because there is all this government funding and
and there's
you
like
know,
rent control systems, and there's that sort of like
it's
like a little
still
bit
not good, but
Yeah.
what, you want to be in fucking London
yeah
where everything costs at least £20 and no
Yeah.
one can do anything fun?
and every pub is a chain.
Every pub is a fucking chain. Mind you, that has been a problem. Like, to hear my dad used to talk about it, that's been a problem for a long time in England. But, like, yeah, we still... I don't know, I do remember this when, like, I go to other cities and I come back to Berlin and I'm like, yeah, this pub, which has, like, a jazz night and seems to entirely run with, like... 3 Spanish guys that kind of do the bar and like a crate and a dog and and everything's candlelit and you can smoke inside from 10 o'clock. And
I went to a gig in West Germany recently. Have you been? Do you know that venue, West Germany, on Cotti?
I do. Up the thing.
You have to climb
Oh God, I've been there, but I can like it's. Impressions only, I think.
But it's like right in the center of Berlin.
Yeah.
But and you have to go through these sort of very dodgy looking staircases to get there. You don't know you're in the right place when you're going up there. And then you go in there, and it's apparently a former butcher's shop, so it's all white tiles on the walls.
Oh yeah,
so they haven't so they haven't changed any of that.
Yeah,
it's just there was just this sort of there was all these bands going. There was a punk gig going on, and it was really brilliant.
Yeah,
had a great time. But
and it still does. You know, we like to be defeatist and like, oh, Berlin's changed, whenever, but it hasn't changed like that much.
No.
But we do need to, you know, and obviously this is the kind of stuff that is really fucking short-sighted and dumb. And I think, I don't know, let's get the CDU definitely, like, it makes no sense that the CDU are in government in Berlin. Like, it really makes no sense.
No.
But yeah, let's get everyone. I'm on the cusp of being eingebürgert. I've made no progress. I need to register. It's a whole thing.
But
Anyway.
That brings me to my good news.
Oh!
Well, it's not really good news.
No, it is good news. Stop.
But it's the einfachmachen.gov.de. Speaking of your bureaucratic struggles with trying to become German, if you have any obstacles where you think that the German government could be doing better with your bureaucracy, you can go to einfachmachen.gov.de, and it's a new portal where you can report terrible bureaucracy in this country.
Oh, what? So I just...
Yeah, einfach machen means make it simple.
Yeah.
You click on it, and then you describe your problem in 3,000 characters or less, and there are 7 extra stages, and then some.
I'm sorry. There.
7 extra.
After I describe my problem in 3,000 characters or less, then there are 7 extra stages. Come on, Berlin. Come on.
Oh, this is the federal government. This is not just Berlin. This is a federal government thing. A new
Come
portal.
on, Germany.
And then some AI will probably read it, and they will try and figure out how to make life simpler for you.
Yeah. Well, I think that does sound quite good.
It's only just started. It's literally started a few weeks ago, so maybe one to keep an eye on.
Well.
Yeah, I guess it. I think it's a federal government initiative, but it can also, if you have a problem with your local government, I think you can also put it into this portal. I think it's for everything. Yeah.
God help the people who are having to try. Because I just figure that So I'm going to give up after like stage 3. I mean, I'm sorry, you can't say, how do I make bureaucracy easier and then fill in 7 different things. I can't. I just can't. So what I imagine is going to happen here is we're going to have very like pedantic German bureaucrats being criticized by quite pedantic Germans who are just going to be talking at each other about how everyone is doing bureaucracy wrong. And the rest of us are just going, why can't I register online? Please, God. I don't understand. But no, that is cool. It's good that they're recognizing these things.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for that.
I have just completely coincidentally running. Actually, it's literally, you're going to have to move fast. We're going to have to get this episode out fast. Because from the 24th to 26th of February,
Right.
the UDK, the University of Art, Berlin, is doing a free exhibition of work from students and staff exploring the relationship between the university and the city of Berlin through a variety of artistic and academic forms.
That sounds great.
And you can go.
Where's that?
And the Masumi Space, Kurfürstendamm,
Right.
229. Admission is free, and it's between 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. So that's, I think they're having, the vernissage was yesterday. So we've got today and tomorrow and the day after.
Yeah,
I think I might
this
try and
weekend.
go.
Okay.
I don't even know if it is. No, it's not this weekend because we're not recording on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
It's this
not.
week.
Yeah,
Get in
this
there,
week,
everyone,
get in
if you're in the area.
Okay.
I've still got loads of my mega left.
Oh, I finished mine ages ago.
Gosh, so delicious. I didn't really have a mega over my birthday period.
Well then, I feel honoured to be here for your first mega
The
in
first
your...
mega of my 40s. To be
your
fair, I'm not
40s.
sure it's like no, I think it is. There we go.
There
All
we
the
go.
news. Good God, that fucking Afghan story. You know when you're like, yeah, I kind of know what's going to be happening and it's going to be bad. And they're like, oh wow, it's a lot worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Anyway, sorry. We're staying on the good news-ish. Maybe go and support your local...
Yeah, your local
I'm going to
bar,
try and
your
go
local...
to weird cinemas.
Yeah, the local
Continue
independent
my
cinema.
cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always good.
always good.
Okay.
All right. I feel like I have sort of duty bound to finish this Megacan. But I don't have to.
Do we, how much have you got left? Do you want to... Because it would be remiss to finish recording
this is the
before
thing, I
you've
don't think I've ever-
finished drinking.
I don't think I've ever done that. But yeah.
Because we have been talking for quite a while.
Oh, have we? Oh, we did shite on about the Olympics for ages.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Done.
Cheers.
All right. Take care of yourself, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Megacans, German news in English with a cocktail can. The German news, it's quite a test. With Megan's Mega, you're feeling refreshed. Megacans, German news in English with a cocktail can. Deutsche Nachrichten sind düster und schwer. Down the Mega.
Defy the fear.
Yeah.
It's actually it's quite a positive message to give to
think
people.
so.
I like to think that we have quite a positive impact on our listeners.
I hope so.
Because we try and get them to defy the fear of listening to the news all day.
I mean, it's better than reading a German newspaper. Surely.
I would definitely recommend listening to our podcast more than reading any German newspaper.
German newspapers barely have pictures.
Yeah.
Like fucking, it's just a brick of text.
Oh yeah,
It's
and they seem to
awful.
make a virtue of it. They think it's like so great to have no
Oh,
text.
not like you Americans
pictures.
with your fucking
Colour pictures.
decadent pictures in
I
your
know.
newspapers.
Yeah,
What's
like-
that? A crossword puzzle? Oh, no
You have
wonder
to-
you had Trump. Jesus Christ, everyone! Like, there's a middle ground.
You have to concentrate on the news. It's very important, and you have to like keep it there.
Just have a mega.
Have a mega. Give us a picture every now and then.
Just a
and-
wee picture, maybe of,
Yeah.
a diagram.